Hey, welcome back, Grelf. So we are doing a series called Explain Like I'm Grelf, and this is our second video in that series. So welcome to the series. But before we start, let's introduce ourselves. So I'm Goran. I'm the co-founder and CTO of Bonzo Finance Labs, and in this video series, I'll be talking about some technical topics on Hedera, and I'll try to explain them to you.
Hey everybody. I'm Gerbert the Grelf. I'm a Grelf, and I'm the face of the meme coin, also known as meme coin on Hedera, called, you guessed it, baby, Grelf.
What's it called? Oh, the Grelf. I guess so.
Grelf. It's Grelf. Yeah, yeah. Believe it or not,
Right.
it's Grelf. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, in today's video, we're going to be talking about decentralized oracles. So as usual, I guess you don't know anything about oracles. Grant, do you know anything about oracles?
I can go ahead and assure you, I know absolutely nothing about oracles or decentralization.
Great. So let me explain all that to you. And by the end of this video, you will be an expert in oracles. So let's get
Me?
started.
You mean me?
Yes, you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, we'll see.
Right. So, first of all, what is an oracle? So, you must be thinking about something like a Greek oracle. So, in like the medieval times or even ancient times, oracles used to be these women or men who could tell you about the future, who could look into the future and give you some, guesses what's going to happen in your life, in your career, all these things, right? But that's not what a blockchain oracle, a decentralized oracle is about. In case of blockchain or crypto, an oracle is something that gives you the real data about a lot of things. And these things could be price feeds for assets or tokens. It could be the weather data. It could be the election results in case of, let's say, like a US election, or it could be the score of a football match. So, an oracle is a service which provides a blockchain with real world data. Does that make sense?
I think so. So basically, through some kind of magic technology, this feeds information into the blockchains or the hash graphs.
Exactly. That's what we're talking about. So now, why do we need oracles in the first place, and why is it such a big deal, right? So the thing is, any smart contract or any dApp on a blockchain, be that Hedera, be it Ethereum, be it Polygon, or any other blockchain, a smart contract only exists on that blockchain. It cannot talk to any other websites, any other APIs that are outside the blockchain, right? So a smart contract is just constrained within the blockchain. It doesn't know anything that's happening in the real world. So for example, it cannot go and access any news websites. It cannot go and access any, price data APIs. It cannot go and access the weather website, right? So it doesn't know anything that's happening outside the blockchain. But if you want to write something like a prediction market, which is based on real world data, or if you want to write like a DeFi app, which is based on the current asset prices, it doesn't know anything about those assets. It doesn't know anything about the prices, and that's why we need a service which can tell you the real data in real time. How does that sound?
I mean, I think that makes sense. So wait, why can't a blockchain access the outside data?
Yeah. So the thing is, a smart contract only exists on the blockchain, and a blockchain is nothing but like a ledger of blocks, right? So you have transactions that go into a block, and these blocks are appended to each other. Now the thing is, a smart contract cannot really access any outside data because by the inherent nature of how a smart contract works, it is like a standalone box in a way, if you think about it. So that's why it cannot access any other data.
So you need these oracle friends to share little secrets and tell you what's actually going on out there because you live with your mom still
Exactly.
in the basement.
Exactly. That's what needs to happen. Now think about it. Okay, so let's take an example. You're creating a prediction market which is going to predict or which is going to, decide or tell a smart contract who won the US elections, right? So this time it was between Donald Trump and between Kamala Harris. So for the smart contract to know what is the real data, it needs to trust someone because let's say, Grant, you create an oracle which tells the smart contract that Kamala Harris won the election. That would be really wrong, and a lot of people might lose their money, or there might be some catastrophic consequences. And this is just one example, right? That's why you need oracles which can be trusted. But now here's the problem: because you're building a blockchain application, because you're building like a decentralized application, you cannot really trust anyone. So the oracle has to be trustless in nature. Am I confusing you?
Well, why can't you trust anyone on a blockchain?
Because people always on blockchain, the inherent assumption is like people are always trying to, tell you the wrong information. So you need a data source which will definitely give you some right information, but we can't trust the data source. And that's why having decentralized oracles is very important.
That way you can make sure that even if one thing's not trusted, you got another thing to check
Exactly.
out right after.
Exactly, exactly. And that's why some of the leading oracles in this industry, like Chainlink or Supra, they don't look at just one data source, but they look at multiple data sources. So let me give you an example. So on Hedera, you have an oracle called Supra. And Supra, so let's say you want to ask the price of an asset like sauce token or pack token to Supra. Then you go and ask, hey, Supra, what's the price of sauce right now, sauce token right now? And Supra will look at multiple sources, like let's say CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, Saucer Swap. And based on these multiple sources, Supra will tell you, hey, this is the price of sauce right now.
Okay, all right. So they also are focused on having the multiple feeds and managing them. It's not just you.
Exactly. 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 So now if you think about it, a smart contract, it talks to the oracle. The oracle itself talks to multiple data sources, and then it gives you one value, which is, most likely true because it's taking that data from multiple sources. And if you want your smart contract to be even more robust, you can actually talk to multiple oracles and you can try to get data from multiple places, right? So let's say you get it from three sources and you need to have at least two of them same, then that can be another mechanism. But in most of the cases, if you go with like a reputed Oracle service, you can assume that the data given by that Oracle service is correct because you can also verify this data in a decentralized manner, right? Because if Supra or if Chainlink start giving you some wrong data, you can easily verify that externally and you can stop using those services. Then you can go to an alternate service.
So what oracles are on Hedera anyway?
Yes. So right now, until recently, there were only two oracles on Hedera, which was Supra and Pyth. And Chainlink has recently launched their Oracle service, but it's very new. And actually, our Bonzo team, we are in talks with them. And yeah, we're trying to see how we can, work with Chainlink, how we can get Chainlink to support all the assets that we are using on Bonzo, for example. Yeah. So yeah,
Are the
we have
Chainlink
three
people
oracles.
nice?
Oh, they're really nice. They're really nice people,
Oh,
and they're very
well,
supportive of Hedera as well. So we are quite happy with that.
good, because I've been waiting for them Chainlink boys to show up forever. A little
Exactly, exactly.
salamander told me they were going to come to Hedera like months ago, and people thought I
Yep.
was a liar.
And now they're finally here.
Now they think I'm a genius.
Exactly, exactly. Cool. So now let's move on to the next topic, which is push versus pull oracles. So again, let's take an example of Supra. So Bonzo, which is our dApp, Bonzo uses Supra oracles, and we use Supra oracles to get the current prices of multiple assets that we have on Bonzo, right? So currently we have 10 assets, and for each of these assets, we need their current market prices. So for that, we need to use Supra. And the way we get prices from Supra is through something called a push oracle. So what Supra does is Supra has another smart contract on Hedera, and it keeps publishing the prices of all these assets in that smart contract. Okay, let's take an example of the sauce token or a pack token, right? So every hour, every 1 hour, Supra updates the price of sauce token in their smart contract, and the Bonzo smart contracts will call this Supra contract to get the current price of sauce token. And what Supra also does, it's really smart. The thing that they do is they also have something called a deviation threshold. So let's say the price of the price of sauce token changes like more than 5%. Immediately they update the price of sauce token in their smart contract. That way, the prices are updated. Let's say either every 1 hour, or if there's like a big deviation in the market in the prices. So yeah, that's why I think using a push oracle or using a push contract is very, very nice. And it's very advantageous, because the other option, which is using a pull oracle, is very expensive. So in a pull oracle, what needs to happen is the Bonzo smart contracts will pull the prices every time from Supra, and then Supra has to go and compute all those prices again. So using a push oracle is really efficient and cheap as compared to a pull oracle. Is that clear? Or do you have any questions on that?
No, that makes sense. I mean, if you don't want to pay every single time you want to know one thing, it's nice to have a feed that's just giving you the information as you need it.
Yep. Well, Grelf, you're really smart. The last time you told me you don't really understand things, but it seems you're getting it.
Well, I got big ears, so I'm a pretty good listener.
Amazing, amazing. Great. So just to wrap up, we covered a few things today. We covered what are oracles. We covered why we need oracles. And then we covered a few examples of oracles on Hedera. And then we covered push versus pull oracles. Do you have any other questions? Do you have any other doubts?
Well, with push versus pull, is anyone hurt? I mean, who are we pushing and pulling?
We are pushing the data. We are not pushing anyone else, so no one gets hurt.
Okay, thank goodness. Okay. I was worried that maybe there was a horse involved, a horse and cart pushing and pulling, or maybe some kind of big gorilla. So I'm happy it's just data. Who cares about that?
Everyone cares about data, everyone, because if you give the wrong data, you can lose lots of money. So yeah, data is important.
So and that's why we use the oracle.
Exactly. Now you got it.
I think I'm finally getting it.
Great. So yeah, it was great talking about oracles today. And in the next series, we'll talk about some more DeFi topics. Thank you, Karan.
There's even more?
Yes, a lot more. Lot more is coming.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm excited to talk about them with you. I hope I can pronounce some of them, because sometimes my speech impediment gets in the way.
Great. Then see you next time then. Bye.
See ya.